In the last chapter, we talked about formatting that you can apply to individual characters, such as font, size, and so on. Now let's get into formatting that you apply to a whole paragraph. I have my brochure document open, and I'm going to zoom in on some of this text. I'll double-click on this headline to place my cursor into it, and now I'm going to go up to the control panel to change my paragraph formatting. Now I notice that I'm currently in character formatting mode in the control panel. I can click on this little Pilcrow character to switch to paragraph formatting. Now technically, when you switch from one mode to the other, you're really just switching what's on the left side of the panel, because if your screen is wide enough, you can get both paragraph and character formatting along the top of the control panel. It just depends which is on the left. Right now, in paragraph formatting, I see all my paragraph formatting on the left side, all the way up to here, and then to the right of that, I see my character formatting, like font and size and leading. I'm going to focus on the left side, though, the paragraph formatting. Now you'll notice that I didn't select the entire paragraph. I just have the cursor flashing in the paragraph. That's all you need to do when you apply paragraph formatting. InDesign knows wherever the cursor is, that's where it's going to apply the formatting. That's very different, obviously, than character formatting, where you do need to select the characters you want to apply it to. Now, the most basic paragraph formatting is the horizontal alignment. Right now, this is set to left align, but if I look over in the left side of the control panel, I can change these buttons from align left to align center. Now that paragraph is centered in the column. Let's change it to align right. Now it's set to the right. There's a number of these horizontal alignments, including align towards spine or away from spine, which is appropriate when you're creating a facing pages document like a book or a magazine. You can make it go away or toward the spine, the center of that facing pages. I like that. So now I'm going to set some indents. I'm going to scroll down and place my cursor in this paragraph down here. I can either just click inside of it or select some of the text. Again, it doesn't really matter. There are 4 kinds of indents that I can apply to a paragraph. First, left indent. Right now it's set to 0, but I could change this to something larger, like 24 points. Hit Enter or Return, and you can see the entire paragraph is indented 24 points. I don't want to do that, so I'll undo that with a Command-Z or Control-Z, and what I want to do is indent just the first line. That's this widget down here, the Indent First Line control. I'll change that from 0 to, let's say, 18 points. You can see that now it adds an indent, but only on the first line. If you're trying to indent your first lines, you should definitely use that feature. Don't type tab at the beginning or a bunch of spaces or something silly like that. Use the feature the way it's meant to be used, first line indent. Now let me pan over to this text frame, and I'm going to change the space in between paragraphs. For example, I want an additional space between this paragraph and the one that follows it. There's a fundamental rule of desktop publishing that says never type the same invisible character twice. That means you shouldn't type 2 spaces in a row, or 2 paragraph returns in a row, or even 2 tabs in a row. So what am I supposed to do if I want space between these paragraphs and I'm not supposed to add an extra return like that? Let me delete that. Don't do that. Well, here's what you should do. Select the paragraphs that you want to change, and then in the control panel, change the space before or space after. That's these 2 items up here. I'm going to change space before to 9 points, and then I'll hit Enter, and you can see it actually adds space in between. That's way too much. Let's change this smaller to, let's say, 3 points. I like that. Alignment, indents, spacing. This is just a drop in the bucket. In the next few movies, we'll look at spanning text across columns, creating drop caps, tabs, and more.